Hey everybody, it's Steve here from the South Australian Judo Academy. I'm here today to run you through a few more footwork drills which you can do at home. Footwork is one of the most underutilised and under-trained skills for a grappler. We always see our striking cousins working footwork drills all the time and we tend to neglect them. They're super important, and when you've got that time at home, it's a great time to really put the work in with them. I'm a big believer in keeping this stuff simple. We don't ever want to complicate it, we just want to get the basics right. I want you to focus today to being on the balls of your feet, never on the heels and never flat-footed. You should be able to hear that nice whooshing sound whenever you're moving. To begin with, our very first drill we're going to do is a forward drill, okay? So we're going to shuffle our feet forward, hearing that noise, and then we're going to shuffle them backwards. Pretty simple stuff here, just forward and backwards. Our next evolution to that is we're going to start to add a turn to it. So I'm going to shuffle, and when I'm ready to turn, this step here goes to here. So instead of going to here, it's going to go in front of my other foot. That space that I've created is now going to be where I turn into. Now I'm going to shuffle back. So we're using that step to hide our turn. Our next one we're going to move into is the same concept, but going backwards. So we're going to shuffle backwards just like we were. Now when we want to turn, this foot here, instead of turning, coming straight back like it would when we normally walk, we're going to pivot. So we're using that backward step to hide our entry. The next way we're going to work is laterally. So the lateral movement is one of the most important ones. So we're going to look at a zigzag here. What's super important here is that I never come up high, because that's how you're going to get yourself foot swept, and I never let my feet touch together. So I move, but I keep a similar sort of width the whole time. Our next evolution to that one is we're going to add in a little bit of foot sweeping with it, okay? So we're going to shuffle, sweep, shuffle, sweep. Sometimes that little tiny footwork action messes people's feet movement up, so that's a really good one to add in. And when we're doing our randori and our sparring, we should be constantly tapping their feet, okay? It's low energy, it's low risk, and that unsettles our partner. The next one we're going to work is, we're going to go laterally again, but we're not going to zigzag. We'll come forward a little bit. So we're just going to go this way. A few of these. And now we're going to add a turn to it. So I go, my imaginary partner, I've let them go further than me, so they're now here. I'm going to use this step to hide my entry. Come back out. This way, I let my imaginary partner go in front. Now I'm going to step in front, turn. Going back the other way, let them go, and I'm going to back step in. Let them go, forward step in. The next one we're going to look at is a switch step entry for our forward throws. Okay, so we're going to shuffle our way forward. Previously we went to here, which is a traditional entry, and then we turned in. This time we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to go forward with this one. This one's super hard to predict for your opponent. So we're going to shuffle forward, and I'm going to go to here. So my partner's here, and I'm pushing kind of to 1 o'clock here. This giant space that I've created is where I'm going to turn into. Shuffle, shuffle, step, turn in. Step, turn in. The next one we're going to do is we're going to be looking for an ashiros or a foot sweep attack when we're driving them forward. This is kind of more like a harachi surikomi or something like that, okay? So a really big foot sweep. So I'm driving forward, sweeping up, re-step. Driving forward, sweeping up. This one here, I find people get their feet upset. They come here, when they come back down, they're kind of all off balance. This is a great way to practice up. If you've missed it, or you hit it, whatever, you're back down into your good stance. Here. Shuffle, 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 lift them up, come back down. You don't want to be coming back down all over the place. That does lead us on to our final one for today, and that is using that big foot sweep action, that backwards driving foot sweep, to lead into a switch step attack. This one's quite tricky, but it's a great drill to build your coordination. So we're here, and I've swept up, and rather than bringing it back down here, I've landed here. So if my partner was here, let's say I've missed it, or I've nearly hit it but not quite landed it, and I'm here. I'm a little bit off balance now, and my partner's here, okay? But what I have done is I've created that space for that switch step that we worked on earlier. So this is one of my favorites to bait them. So I'll come in and I'll hit that really big foot sweep, make them run backwards to get away from it, and then they've created that space for me. So I'm here, driving up, plant it. They think that I'm all out of luck here because they've kind of escaped and I'm offline. Turn into that space. Sweep up, plant it, and it is really important that we plant that foot back down because we need to have weight on that. If we come down here and we're all kind of just loosey, we're not going to have any luck with it. So last time, drive up, plant it, and I should mention, when I say plant it, I'm talking about being heavy, but not being flat-footed, still on the balls of our feet there. So that's all we've got time for today. That's a few footwork drills which you can do at home. The big thing with footwork drills is they're really there for our coordination. So if there's a particular throw that you do or don't like, don't stress too much about that with your footwork. Don't go, oh, I don't like that throw, I'm not going to do that drill. All of these drills will help your overall coordination and footwork, which will ultimately help whatever it is that your favourite throw is. So thanks for joining us today. Make sure you let me know how you go, and if you've got any questions, flick us a message or an email. Cheers.